Today on the American Truck Podcast, Atari is being a jerk, Planet Coaster is getting even more stuff for release, Overwatch is free this weekend, and the Grand Tour begins streaming today. Hello and welcome to the American Truck Podcast with Andrew C.
And Jefferson B.
And Freelance Gamer.
I took the turn too wide.
Just a little bit of too wide there?
A little bit. Trust me, guys, I'm a professional. We've been doing this for like over 100 episodes. We're good.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we had about 10 episodes of questionable, not necessarily episodes, so yeah. 100 episodes would be fair. I still run into barriers all the time.
I can definitively say that we've been doing this for a long time.
Oh yeah, it's been over a year.
Yeah.
Actually, I think we're up to like 2 years now.
Are we going on 2 years now?
I mean,
Dang.
This is our 110th episode.
Right, it does say at the top of my show notes.
So, yeah, 2 years.
Huh. Crazy.
Yeah, it'll be 2 years, 2 weeks from now.
Wow.
Because it'll be, right? Because it's, 56?
Yeah.
It's 52 weeks in a year.
52? 52? 52.
So it's already happened.
Okay.
Look,
Sorry,
wow, I guess we... Happy
missed it.
2-year anniversary, guys.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Been there, done that already.
Boom, shakalaka.
So, someone decided that they wanted to kind of poo-poo on someone else's thunder here. Roller Coaster Tycoon World?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
The one that Planet Coaster is supposed to make that much better?
Right. So it's made by Atari, and all of the preliminary results of this game showed that it was, pretty bad. Pretty bad. They actually decided they were going to release it in early access instead of releasing it fully because of how poor it was. And they've let it run in early access for about 6-7 months. And it is now time for it to release. And if you've been paying attention, you might remember that Planet Coaster is set to come out on November 17th.
Right.
Anyone hazard a guess what day Atari chose to release their game on?
November 16th.
Yep.
Wow.
I actually have not read the show notes. I did not know that. That was a guess based upon the idea of the Price is Right rules.
Yep.
Man.
They're going to release that game a day early officially.
That is
compared
dastardly.
to Planet Coaster, and I don't know that anyone is going to care.
I feel like that's just downright dastardly in a lot of ways.
Well, the thing is, those who don't know or don't realize that those are two different games, one of high quality, one of low quality, a lot of people are going to buy the first one that comes out. And a lot of people who are just like, oh my god, roller coasters are back. And they're going to buy it. And then the second game will come out, and hopefully that'll be the one that's noticed. But for a 24-hour window, they're going to make pretty good sales, probably.
What I'm interested in, if Atari purchases like a front of Steam store page, banner ad, and like takes out marketing on this and actually tries to promote this as a viable roller coaster simulation game, then we might have a problem.
I think that's what they're going to do.
Part of me wants them to, just because like I want them to actually like release a product with a little bit of pride behind it, at least feel like they did a good job.
No, because they're being sneaky shits. There's no reason that they should be doing any of this. This game shouldn't be released yet, let alone be released a day before another major release in the same genre.
This is fair.
And like when they're the only really two that sit in that genre.
For now, absolutely.
For now,
Yeah.
There is one more, but I haven't seen a lot of information about it recently. So.
Yeah, so like I think that's a really intelligent tactic that's really messed up to use, and definitely not something that you should be supporting.
This is why I feel like the word dastardly is appropriate.
I say shitty, but I'll take it.
It's a pretty EA move.
Yeah.
It is. It's not something we expect from Atari, which is most unfortunate.
No. But what we can expect is that this game probably still belongs in early access and probably is still garbage.
I'm actually
probably-
curious to see if we start seeing people buy it, refund it, and then buy the other one.
Oh, I would be very surprised if that doesn't happen.
You know what I'm most interested in? I wonder, like, who made the call to break to the developers, hey, we know your game's in early access, but because we want to be jerks, we're gonna release it. We're gonna release it earlier than that. So yeah, package it up by the end of the day. By the end of the day, right? Okay, thanks. Bye. You
I'm
know,
sure
like
that
just
went
who
over
dropped the bomb in a meeting somewhere that was like, guys, we need to get this thing moving.
It comes to mind a particular cell phone manufacturer who did this similar thing, and then their phones blow up.
I also recall something like this happening with a particular space flight simulation game that we all were expecting really high things of.
Indeed.
How's that doing, by the way? How you doing over there, Last Stand?
You know, the last stand holds strong, but the cheese may stand alone.
No idea what that means, but I agree.
Hi ho the Dario, the cheese stands alone.
Nope.
It's
Smile
a
and
children's
nod.
song.
Smile and nod. I totally know what's going on over there. Yep. Got a clue.
So we've got more coaster-based news.
We do.
Oh my God! Does this one have to do with a bar?
No,
Please?
no, not that kind of a
No.
pun.
No.
We're not that
no.
punny, remember? We didn't even catch Bag Full of Dongles last week.
I know, we didn't. And I even named our episode that, and no one watched it. I was very sad.
Yep.
It was very sad. So if you are watching this now and you did not watch last week's episode,
No, you don't even go watch it. Just
Know
let
that
it.
you
let's
made me
stay at
sad.
0.
That's
Just know
it.
that.
That's all you have to know. Know that you made me sad.
Or at least just know that the pun was there and completely unrecognized.
Eat a bag full of dongles.
Yep.
Exactly. So the Planet Coaster also is getting because it's coming out this week. It's getting a bunch of updates. This is a game that's going right to the wire with updates of Palooza to their beta, really cramming in all the features that weren't there in the alpha. I mean, the beta only started on the 8th, which was about 10 days maybe before release, and so there was a lot of things that were not in the game at the beginning during the alpha phase that all of a sudden were added to the beta, and there's even more things that are being added to the beta as we speak. A couple of those things are like they've doubled the park size ability.
That's pretty significant.
In the beta currently, and which means in the final game it'll have double the size that your park can be. They're adding more rides, balloons, which are very important. Every game for roller coasters, every roller coaster simulator needs balloons.
Why?
So you can sell them and watch all your peeps walk around with balloons.
Oh, trust me, it gets better.
There's also new shop items, new entertainers, new lights, and my favorite one of all, VIP staff now supports facial hair.
Now, okay, you got to explain this one to me, because all I imagine is like the bearded lady happening. Like, what's the deal?
They didn't say a whole lot about it. All I can assume
I am
is that
on my nose. I am on my side. I am upright.
that is very
That was-
unfortunate.
That was impressive.
The best I can assume is that it means that some of your staff will now spawn with facial hair. Like when you purchase them, hire, purchase,
Yeah, right. One implies slavery. The other one implies capitalism.
Right. So there's a lot more things that are coming, and they also said that as we get closer to the release, that there probably is still more updates coming. So we're only a couple days. Well, if you're watching this now, it's already out, but when we're recording this, there's still a couple days out, and so it's pretty unlikely that we won't find that even more things are being added to this game. So it's definitely one of those things. This game is going to continue evolving, and it's going to evolve in a good way. So, which is part of the reason why it has Steam Workshop support. If the game doesn't have it, and you want something in the game, you can make it yourself and share it with everyone. And,
Hey, because sharing is caring.
sharing is caring. Speaking of sort of sharing, Overwatch a game that many people quite enjoy playing, but some people are too cheap to buy. I don't know who that might be.
Right here.
And it might be me too, yeah. This game is going to be free till 4 p.m. on Monday. Again, if you're watching this on the day of release. I mean, if you wanted to play it, but didn't want to throw down the $40 for it, and you were quite content just playing Paladins, you can go ahead and check it out and see if it's worth your $40. Because I could play this game and I might go, oh wow, this is a great game. It's totally worth the $40. Or I can go, yep, I kind of suck at this game. Not worth $40. I'll pass. I'll keep playing Paladins.
Yeah, I
dropped
Paladins pretty quickly because it lacks a couple things. And part of the thing of Overwatch is like you learn it. What's the right word here? It's a difficult game, and I like that. I like that it's challenging. I like that I can't guarantee I'm going to win a match. I like that there's not too much of a broken character one way or the other. So, I don't know. That's the thing that I felt in Paladins was a problem, was there's certain characters that absolutely felt overpowered, and if you had a comp of them, you won the game.
This is true. It's true. That was the majority of the games we played.
Yeah. There was a swing one way or a swing the other. There was no such, there's no, oh, I'm not sure, we might make it, we might not. It was pretty much you're crushed or you win.
Right. Which, speaking of being crushed one way or the other, I do believe this was a similar thing. Battlefield 1 is getting a decently sized update for the fall here, now that the game has finally came out. One of the big things here is that operations mode is going to be more balanced, with the attacking side not losing all the time.
Please. So me, Dr. Uber Shadow, and our friend Scooter Blevins were playing it, and we won 2 attacking maps. I have played this game, particularly operations mode, for a solid 25 hours and never won on attackers or lost on defense until I played with them, and then we happened to get 2 of them in the same day. Mind you, it was ridiculous, and at any point we could have lost. I'm glad they're putting in some balancing to that mode. Really, the way they should be doing it is by balancing some maps, particularly the Alps. I think it's I don't remember, it's Grenada or some shit. Granada. I don't know. It's something like that. They need to balance that map, because there's a bunker that you cannot breach. There's no good way around it unless you lose your battalion, get a blimp like the Zeppelin, fly it over top the thing, let the enemy team destroy it, and then let its falling remains go through the bunker and kill their whole team in the bunker. You have to sacrifice a battalion and then sacrifice that thing to effectively take it.
So essentially, you cannot win by skill, but you have to win by
You can, but it's insanely difficult. It's a 32v32, trying to get that much coordination out of 31 random players.
Right.
Or even if you have a couple people, 29 for me is not there. But if you do it this way, they'll kill everyone in there. Everyone rushes in pretty quickly because they go, oh crap, they're all dead. That's a pretty guaranteed way. But if they're balancing it, I'm happy.
There are a couple more things that are happening with that. The Suez map also got some balance tweaks, and there's a whole slew of just patches in general.
Oh, that's good.
So
and
definitely a decent number of things coming to the Battlefield 1.
Yep, and then we have new map packs to be looking forward to, where they're going to add new maps, which I believe are Somme and Verdun, 2 very infamous battles of World War I. So those will be cool. I think that's the French.
Nice.
Sounds French.
Sounds French.
Good, close enough.
But yep. So one minor thing here that's kind of major. Super Mario Run made a big deal about this back whenever the iPhone came out, because it was going to be one of Nintendo's first. It's only their second iOS game, and it's the only Mario game on the iOS platform. Which made it kind of unique. There was no date yet at the time. We now know it's going to come out December 15th for iOS. And that's going to be initially free So there's different parts of the game that you're going to be able to play for free. But if you want to be able to play the game completely unlimitedly without any limitations or anything, it's going to be $10.
Jesus,
So.
That's a bit heavy.
that's a bit steep for a mobile game.
Yeah, right.
Indeed.
Not only that, but like, wait, Mario Run. Why does this sound familiar? Wasn't this like Temple Run?
It's an infinite runner of sorts.
It's an infinite runner, right?
Of sorts.
Yeah.
It's got that Nintendo flair to it, where they're adapting
Yeah,
bits of the gameplay. So it's definitely got something that might make it worthwhile. I don't know if it makes $10 worthwhile, but we're also seeing a steady increase in mobile game pricing.
True.
Over the months. So
Well,
I'm interested. If it's fun enough, I will totally pay $10 in order to convince Nintendo to port more games over to iOS and mobile.
I'd be more inclined for them. I think it would be better for them to have it where it's an unlock system, where you have to do very well in the previous level to continue, keep the levels getting difficult, or like you have to, maybe even grind it, and then you can get it for free, but you can also just pay for it.
Perhaps.
I know that
maybe
falls
that's
the
just
DLC market, but that's a really good way to like get players on it more frequently.
And while that feels Candy Crush-ish, I totally see where you're coming from there, and I don't know, and I don't know what unlimited mode means and what parts of the game means, so that might be something we'll have to look forward to. On the bright side, we will be able to at least download the initial game for free.
Right, and then we'll know what they mean by what's not available in the free one, what will be available in the not free one.
Can I play as Luigi? Can I be a Ouija?
I really hope so.
I hope I can be a Ouija.
I don't know. We'll find out though on December 15th.
Hooray.
What day is December 15th?
Well, y'all will find out.
It's a Thursday. What a
I won't
peculiar
find out.
day to release a platform.
Yep. There's probably some such logic to it.
Now, something that makes way more sense is releasing a TV show on a Friday.
Woo!
That's right.
What kind of TV show is that?
The Grand Tour! The show we've only been waiting for since the fracas.
Yep.
Seriously.
It is true, though.
And that was like a year ago, wasn't it? Like March of last year?
Yeah.
It was
The
quite a while ago.
Fracas?
Indeed.
It's been such a long time coming. But the Three Musketeers of Greatness are returning, sort of, to our TV.
Sort of.
As
I mean,
long
you've
as you
got
got
an
an
Amazon
Amazon
Fire
Fire TV stick, a Roku stick, or a Chromecast, they're coming back to your TV.
Right.
Not
Or
they're
PlayStation.
coming to your monitor.
Or PlayStation. Or an Xbox.
I don't know if
Yes.
they have a Prime
Or a PC just
TV app.
hooked up to your computer.
In
general.
Jeff.
That you use as a TV.
Jeff.
Yes.
PC hooked up to your TV.
Yes.
That's rewind that tape editing.
Prime
Or a PC just
TV app.
hooked up to your computer.
Okay, cool. You said PC connected to your computer.
Oh, did I? Oh. That's okay. Yep, that happens. Okay. PC connected to your TV. There's a bunch of ways that we're going to be able to watch Top Gear. The Grand Tour. Top Gear 2.
Top Gear 2,
TGT.
not quite Top Gear. The
Mid
new
Gear.
Top Gear that's not to be confused with the one that was on the BBC that was garbage.
Above average
Transmission.
transmission. Now there it is.
That's right. Above average transmission, our favorite show in the world.
I'm looking forward to this.
There's some conflicting times of whether it's going to be 12 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Friday, or if it's going to be 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Oh, like
I would hope they
like,
would
like
do
when
8
the BBC traditionally would release something.
Yeah, there was no clear answer. The first person from Amazon who responded to an email or a chat or whatever said 12 a.m. But then another person said 8 p.m. So we really don't have any clue. It's going to come out on Friday at some point, and you're just going to have to go there and look and see
I'll
if
be
it's
at
out
work,
yet.
so it is what it is.
Yep. So, I mean, that's really the difference of, is it something you can watch at lunchtime on Friday, or you have to watch at lunchtime on Saturday?
Right.
Or can you watch it that night as an
That's
11
also
o'clock show?
Also true.
Well, it's fine and dandy if you live in Pacific Standard Time. If you
No,
live in
but if I'm
Eastern
saying
time,
released
it
at
would
8
require
released
waking
at
up,
8 p.m.
being up later to watch it.
Well, if they released at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, That's still only 11 p.m. EST.
Right, but it's practically Saturday then, so
Fair enough.
like I don't know how much I believe that time. So I'm hoping for 12 a.m. because then I can watch it at lunchtime during work,
Fair enough.
and that'd be a glorious lunchtime, right there.
Glorious.
Glorious indeed. But with that, that's all we got for today. Hopefully next week we have a nice bombshell for you of how spectacular the Grand Tour is, but we won't know until then. So we're not going to make any assumptions. We're going to leave a nice low bar so that way they can smack it out of the park. But if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. Perhaps also leave a comment down below about how much you are going to love the Grand Tour, because you know we're going to love it. We will see you guys in the next one.